Hello and welcome to Know Exactly Where. In this module, we're going to be creating the project calendar and we're going to be seeing how to track the project and how to update different tasks or create meeting minutes. In this first clip, we're going to go and create the project calendar. So in this case, we go to the project dashboard that we are very acquainted with now and we press the create calendar button. Here, the only thing we need to pick is the date when the project starts and the work week, what days are considered working days for this project. So we're going to select Monday as a work week and the Monday through Friday, and we're going to press the create calendar button, and that creates our project calendar. Here we see there's different sections. We're going to be focusing on the filters, which is actually the two views of the calendar view and the list view. And then I'm going to just comment what these add MOMs mean. So to get started, just here you can see that the calendar is created. The first day of the project is the 14th. That's the day we selected. And then the project has been calculated based on the tasks that we defined and the predecessors. So everything you see here is based on that information we gave previously. The project starts on Monday. And here there's an initial of who is doing what task, and you will see the color coding being respected. So in this case, Michael, the client, is the one kicking off the project with the contact to Logo Kings to get a quotation. And by default, all the project tasks are set as not started. And we will see that when tracking the project how to change that. But basically, the way to read this is these days, these roles need to be performing certain tasks. Those are the participant roles on those days. And if we click on each of the days, we see what tasks are supposed to be happening then. For example, on the 15th, there's a meeting to gather requirements, and pretty much that's it. On the 16th, that's the same is true, etc. Then we get, well, we can either go here and change the days on the left on the panel, on the calendar panel, or we can use these arrows on the actual little panel that opens up with the tasks. We can, well, go day by day with these panel as well, and we can also go directly to a certain date. So we can click this little calendar icon and we can select any date of the project. So in those cases, we just see in what days things are supposed to be happening. But one of the most interesting features of this screen is the task health. We're going to be seeing whether something is on plan, ahead of plan, or behind plan with an icon that's going to be a thumbs up in green or a thumbs down in red. So the project manager, when entering the project, you can just take a look at that. And if everything is a thumbs up, it means that you're doing well. If there's anything that is a thumbs down, you have to pay close attention to it. The fact that something hasn't started doesn't mean that it's unhealthy. It may not have started because it's not supposed to be started yet, so that's fine. But if something should have started and hasn't, that you will see it there. Or if something should have finished and hasn't, you should see there a thumbs down as well. So those are the two features. You can collapse and expand each of the months by clicking on the header, and you will see grayed out those days, those weekends, well, actually not those non-working days, depending on the work week that you have selected, so that you will see that there too. And finally, you have the list view, which is the same information shown in a list way. So here you see each and every task, by for each and every role that participates in that task, what's the status of that task, and then you see here the expected start and end dates and the project health. So again, if you're the project manager, most probably what you want to do is to check the health. And if everything looks thumbs up, you're doing good. So there's a little worry if those things are tracking well. And just as a last comment, you're going to see here an add minutes of meeting button. And this is going to allow us to create some sort of minutes of every meeting that we have with a client for any project that requires that. We're going to see that you can create a new meeting minutes in blank, like a blank form of it. And you can copy from the last meeting minutes. If you create a trail of meetings every week, for example, you will be able to inherit whatever was written in the previous week. Or you can edit the existing meeting minutes if you have more than one, you want to change something, or you want to delete. You are able to go here. We're going to have a different clip going into detail on how to use the minutes of meeting, but I just want to show you that you can launch them from here, from the project calendar. That's where you launch these project meetings. So this is what I wanted to show you about the calendars. Just one more comment, that's the very last comment, I promise, is that you can recreate a calendar. You can actually recreate it again. Let's imagine that it actually didn't start on the 14th. We made a mistake and it started last Monday. It's on the 7th. So we create this calendar right now. It's going to change the dates. Obviously, that's what we changed. It's not going to change the complete status of the task. So if we marked something as completed, that's going to stay, because if it was completed, it is completed regardless of when it was supposed to happen. So we're not changing the status of the tasks, but we're recreating the dates. And in this case, because we have recreated the dates 1 week earlier and none of the tasks are completed or even in progress, we see that the first week has all become a thumbs down. So before we had a pretty nice project plan, or we had a pretty nice calendar. Right now it's terrible because we're late on most things, and that's obviously because we created the project to have started a week earlier. Therefore, all those first week tasks have not been performed, so they're showing with a bad task health. Actually, if I go to the list view, you're going to see this more clearly. So pretty much these two first tasks of these four participants are already behind plan because they're supposed to have started on February the 7th, the 8th, and today is the 12th. So they actually didn't start on plan. So that's another way to look at it. If it's thumbs down in the project health, you have thumbs down, you have reasons to worry. If not, you don't. And that is pretty much it. So see you in the next module. We're going to go through the changes, or how to track the project, and how to make some changes to the project and retracking it, etc. See you in the next clip. Bye.